Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the history of the Bullet Club. Now this is actually going to be a two-part video because there's actually two different versions of the Bullet Club. There's the original incarnation of the Bullet Club that saw Prince Devitt and AJ Styles both as leaders, and then there's the second version of the Bullet Club where Kenny Omega was the leader, and some like to call it the Elite. So in this video, like I said, we are going to take a look at the original versions of the Bullet Club. So enough of me talking, let's get going.
Bullet Club for life.
With Styles now gone to the WWE, Omega in charge of the Bullet Club, and the Young Bucks his right-hand men, things were about to change for Bullet Club, and they would even do some things that would make people look differently at independent wrestlers. With Omega now leader of the Bullet Club, things looked to be on the rise for the group, but really, this is when what Omega likes to call infighting began, as Omega and the Bucks would go into business for themselves and start referring to their three-man team as the Elite. The three would also have their own new merchandise and ring gear created with the Elite logo on them. Over the next 2 years, this would rub other original members of Bullet Club the wrong way, with them thinking that Omega and the Bucks thought they were better than everybody else in the group. At the New Beginnings in Osaka, Gallows and Anderson would get a chance to regain the heavyweight tag titles, but were unable to defeat Honma and Makabe, as just like Styles, they too were leaving New Japan for WWE. Tama Tonga then would come out and challenge for the heavyweight tag team titles, saying that he has a new tag team partner and a new member of Bullet Club. In the main event of the same show, Kenny Omega would go on to defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi to become the new IWGP Intercontinental Champion after the title was vacated by Shinsuke Nakamura, who also left for the WWE. In February at Honor Rising Japan 2016, Omega and the Young Bucks would go on to defeat the Briscoes and Toru Yano to become the new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions, this making Omega a double champion. On March 12th, Tama Tonga would reveal that his new partner was his real-life brother, Tangaloa, and they would call themselves Guerrillas of Destiny. They would then go on to defeat Makabe and Honma for the heavyweight tag team titles in April at Invasion Attack. In May of 2016, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks created their own YouTube channel called Being the Elite. They would upload an average of 1 to 2 new episodes a week, and the show was predominantly filmed and edited on their iPhones, mainly by Nick Jackson, and it was a mix of behind the scenes and sketch comedy skits as the three traveled around the world as professional wrestlers. At the start of the show, it mainly just followed Omega and the Young Bucks, but would grow over time to incorporate other Bullet Club members, mainly that worked with them in Ring of Honor. Also in May, at Ring of Honor's Global War show, it was revealed that Adam Cole would be the newest member of Bullet Club. On the following day during the War of the Worlds tour, Adam Page would also join Bullet Club and start referring to himself as Hangman Page. At Dominion in June, the Bucks would win a 4-way elimination tag team match to become 5-time Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Later that night, Guerrillas of Destiny would end up losing the heavyweight tag titles to the Briscoes, and Kenny Omega would lose the Intercontinental Championship to Michael Elgin in the first ever ladder match in New Japan Pro Wrestling history. Less than 1 month later, Omega and the Bucks would lose the Never Openweight Tag Team titles. Over the summer, 3 members of Bullet Club would join the G1 Climax tournament. Kenny Omega would go on to win the tournament, becoming the first non-Japanese wrestler to ever win the G1 Climax tournament, earning himself a shot at the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. At Death Before Dishonor for Ring of Honor in August, Adam Cole would defeat Jay Lethal to become the Ring of Honor World Champion. Adam Cole would hold the ROH World title until losing it to Adam Cole would hold on to the ROH World title until losing it at Final Battle in December to Kyle O'Reilly. On December 10th, Bullet Club would announce that they had a new member of the group, and a vignette played unveiling Cody Rhodes as the American Nightmare and the newest member of Bullet Club. At Wrestle Kingdom 11, the Bucks would lose the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles to Roppongi Vice. Cody, in his first match as a Bullet Club member, would defeat Juice Robinson, also in his New Japan Pro Wrestling debut, and Adam Cole would defeat Kyle O'Reilly, regaining the Ring of Honor World title. Guerrillas of Destiny would unfortunately lose the IWGP Tag titles to Ishii and Yano in a three-way tag team match. In the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 11, Kenny Omega would go on to challenge Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in what many at that point called one of, if not the greatest, professional wrestling match they had ever seen. Omega would not capture the championship, but his name would grow globally in popularity following this match. On March 4th, the Bucks would lose the Ring of Honor Tag titles to the Broken Hardys, Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. During this time, a feud began to arise as Cole tried to take over leadership of the Bullet Club from Omega. After losing the ROH World title to Christopher Daniels in March, Cole tried to fire the Bucks from Bullet Club for not having his back in the match. The Bucks would go on to say that Cole could not do this as he was not the leader, but Omega was. Cole would remain a member of Bullet Club, but tension began to grow between him and the other members. In April, at Supercard of Honor, the Young Bucks would regain the ROH Tag titles in a ladder match from the Hardy Boys. 1 month later, the tension between Omega and Cole had grown to a boiling point, and Cole was fired from Bullet Club, and then Omega announced that he would be replaced by current Ring of Honor television champion Marty Scurll. In June at Dominion, Omega would get another shot at Okada and the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The two would go on to have a 60-minute time limit draw, with Omega once again not able to capture the top prize in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Later that month at Best in the World, Cody would go on to defeat Christopher Daniels for the Ring of Honor World title. In June, the Bullet Club t-shirts began to sell at Hot Topic stores in the US. The original plan was to test the original Bullet Club shirt, the Young Bucks shirt, the Kenny Omega and the Cody shirts in only 100 stores as a test run. When stores could not keep merchandise on the shelves for more than a day or two, they immediately ended the test run of Bullet Club merchandise and began shipping shirts to all Hot Topic stores in North America. This would then lead the Young Bucks and the Bullet Club to have the #1 selling shirt in all of Hot Topic, and it also showed that you don't have to be within WWE to make a name for yourself to the public masses. In July, during the first night of the G1 Special in USA, Guerrillas of Destiny would lose the heavyweight tag titles to War Machine in a no DQ match. On the same weekend, Kenny Omega would go on to win an 8-man, 2-night tournament to become the first ever IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. Also during this weekend, Ricochet would challenge the Young Bucks to a match for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles at a later date. Later that month, 3 members of Bullet Club would compete in the G1 Climax, with Kenny Omega once again making it to the finals for the second year in a row, but this year losing in the finals to Tetsuya Naito. During the G1 tournament, tension and infighting was growing within the Bullet Club as Tama Tonga would start questioning Kenny Omega's loyalty as leader of the Bullet Club and saying that he was taking more pride in the elite. In August, the Young Bucks would end up losing the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles to Ricochet and Taguchi. Later that month, calling themselves the Hung Bucks, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page would defeat Dalton Castle and the Boys for the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag titles. This then meant that Bullet Club held 3 of the 4 championships in Ring of Honor at the time. The Bullet Club at one point would use what they would call Bullet Club rules and allowed Cody, Omega, and Scurll to defend the 6-man tag titles. At Death Before Dishonor in September, the Young Bucks would lose the Ring of Honor tag titles to the Motor City Machine Guns. At Power Struggle in November, Marty Scurll would defeat Will Ospreay and become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. In November, actor and Aerostar Stephen Amell, who was close friends with Cody after the two worked together in WWE, would become an honorary member of Bullet Club, teaming with the Elite in an 8-man tag team match. Amell would also go on to get his own version of the Bullet Club t-shirt, Vigilante Club, which is a playoff of his character in CW's Arrow. In December at Final Battle, Cody would lose the Ring of Honor World title to Dalton Castle. At Wrestle Kingdom 12, the Young Bucks would defeat Roppongi 3K to win the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships for a record 7th time. Bad Luck Fale and Guerrillas of Destiny would lose the never-opened 6-man tag team titles to Beretta, Ishii, and Yano, but would regain them only 24 hours later at New Year's Dash. Marty Scurll would go on to lose a fatal 4-way match, being pinned by Will Ospreay with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. Cody would lose a match to Kenny Omega's former tag team partner Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega would go on to successfully defend the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship against Chris Jericho. The next night at New Year's Dash, after a 10-man tag match, Cody and other Bullet Club members looked to beat down Kota Ibushi. Before Cody could attack Ibushi with a chair, Omega ran down, took the chair from Cody, and stopped the attack. The two then began to shove one another before Cody agreed to listen to what Omega had to say, because he would agree that Omega was the leader. And even more tension and infighting began to grow within Bullet Club. And that is where the history and the story doesn't really end, but it comes to, I guess you can say, a standstill, because that's where we are now. The Bullet Club looks to be one of the most popular factions in professional wrestling over the last decade, I guess you can say, especially since their ascension in 2013. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2-part series, the history of the Bullet Club, and now we ask you guys, what history do you want to see next? Let us know in the comments below what match or angle or even faction's history you want to see here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited.